How's it going, everybody? Baka game here, coming at you with some more Dragon Age gameplay. Today's episode, we're gonna be. Oh, Jesus. A lot of pizza. How did I do it? Another hollow. There. I was going back. This is so weird. That's what she said. I need to find more secrets for Stone Hollow. Obviously, Stone Hollow is important. They knew it after 6 years. Let me see if I get it. How the fuck did I end up back here? No, wait. I've never been in here. Where am I? Huh. I'm very confused by where I am. Hey, everybody.
Predatory!
Good? You good? Alright, I'm taking a minute. Alright guys, we just need to quick. Oh, this one here. What's the black guy? Perfect. I need it after, you know, close. Holla? No, point. That's the upstairs where I was at. Yes, we're gonna. Junior. Don't at me. Put it to the limit. Interesting. I got what I wanted from this stuff tree, so I don't need anything else. I do want the cheap the throwing blades. Surprisingly enough. And the cooking stuff. Those look interesting. Right now, I'm gonna upgrade it so it gives me sneak attack. Alright, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep you for what you call it. Forgot his name. Ooh, sturdy Carter hat. Don't need you. Anything new? Character material wise? I finally have 99 next time.
Ready yourself! Imperial Majesty has a fondness for elven keepsakes, I see.
I'll admit, I didn't think the Empress was this sentimental.
Aye, mate. Agreed. How sloppy is it?
Fancy meeting you here.
She walks over his fire pit.
Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
Sure, be devastated.
No doubt there's a line of people breathlessly waiting for dances with me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
Oh, so true.
You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble.
Right.
I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Not running, Red.
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work.
Nah, I'm my own.
I knew he
nigga,
was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary?
He was what?
Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Well, he didn't.
Are you sure he's behind this?
Mm-hmm.
He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Oh, no,
Don't
we're
let
talking
his
about
charm
people
blind
with
you.
sorrows.
He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having.
I'm sorry?
What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal?
Clean?
You should think about it.
You paid the picture.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador, I'll give you that.
I
What are you,
do,
Michael Scott?
don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over.
Sure.
And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Look, your hair is clipping.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
There is so much conniving and backstabbing here. Makes me homesick.
Fucking Dorian, man. He's just the best character, man, ever. You been here before? I have, right? Mm-hmm. Here's something. Then again, I could just have PTSD from playing God of War in front of those reasons. Every time I heard like a little jingle, I fucking start panicking over there. Cause fuck those fucking movies, dog. Speaking of God of War, even though I did this Dragon's video, and I should probably be speaking about the God of War video. I've been looking at lore videos. Not of God of War, but like the what's it called? Because I've watched it in film before, and it was interesting to see certain characters in it. And I was looking at the what's the door?
We'll hold the area.
Norse mythology, man. It's surprising.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
It's quite surprising how accurate God of War gets it, but at the same time not. So in God of War, the thing about Greek mythology is like most other places will make the Greek gods seem cool or nice or better than they are, but God of War shows them what truly are their bad sides. Seeing as almost every god was corrupt or an asshole or evil or did some sort of evil deed. Thor being Zeus being the worst, of course. Killing, raping, pillaging, you name it. And there are some parts of the story of Odin doing things that is true that he's bad, thinking of Thor and all of them, but everything else is
Yes,
like
ma'am.
a dark return. Like Odin is much faster to do the same thing. Surprisingly enough, and Thor, looking at Thor's approach, a bit opposite.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
Loki's
Gaspar
always
will ruin us
not
all.
evil, he's a trickster, so of course it's gonna be evil. Yes. What happened? Where's Bill?
That will be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Where's Bill?
How do things look out there?
Not now.
Are
Not
the
now.
negotiations over yet?
I gotta go. I got to go.
Interesting.
Fuck off. No, I got to go places. I know, I think it said like I lose 50 or something if I miss the ball.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. Oui, I'm Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
I am.
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident.
You're very
I believe
unattractive.
tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me.
Yes.
Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted.
See, the thing you didn't know about my boy is he's very coy, but he's very smart.
You are from the Free Marches, are you not?
So, the
How
game
much
is
do you
easy
know
for
about our little war?
Well, it's everyone's business. Ooh.
It doesn't matter where you're from, Your Grace. Everyone knows what's happening in the Empire.
I often forget about the world outside of the Imperial Court.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet
She
one party
arranged
would
this.
use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Floriane?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
No.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspar, and have been everywhere in the palace.
Oh.
You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
Briala is friend. Inquisition. Who do you trust or trust?
I trust the Inquisition, Your Grace. Every man for himself in the Imperial Court, after all.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
She's very suspicious. Very suspicious. See, I've learned not to trust nice people.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
It's not changed. No dances for Corypheus.
I'd happily do more dancing. Just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Hopefully, God can.
Were you dancing with Duchess Floriane?
Oh my god.
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
I believe.
The Grand Duchess suggested where to look for proof that Gaspard is conspiring with Tevinter.
She offered up her own brother? She's more cutthroat than I realized.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
What do you... Now we're talking. You want to speak?
I thought we were here to stop the assassination.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
Would be my choice. You save the Empress. What is the best path?
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
That's
More than that. Whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true...
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I need more information.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
Exactly.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard...
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing. That he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
Yeah.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
But of course. I wonder if she goes against me.
Lord Inquisitor.
I think we said that before.
Too few. Mistress In.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out.
They'll never live.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
Is this your locket?
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
Oh, really? Interesting. Blackmail, probably.
So, this did belong to you.
It was my mother's. Carved from Vinadal wood. I gave it to Celine in...
Happier times.
happier times. She held on to it.
Investigate.
I want to know more about the peace talks.
I think I already done all this.
Another... Is there something we may do for you?
We do so. We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
Perhaps you could tell me something then.
Nope. Investigate.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke.
Yeah.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear.
That is
very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
You're very old. I expected you guys to be younger. You're the oldest man looks the youngest out of all of them. That's surprising.
The locket I found. It was a gift from Briala, wasn't it?
She gave it to me for my coronation. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
Honestly.
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
Maybe you kept it because you still care for Briala.
Perhaps I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
Interesting. See, I find it interesting because then it should be the case for the people.
Is there something we may do for you?
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf. And
I'm actually gonna go speak to her myself. Is Morgan there? Is that? Okay, let's go speak to Gatsby.
It is always... You seem better at making friends among the nobility than...
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about you, in fact. There's a Council of Heralds emissary in the servants' quarters. Stabbed to death with your knife.
No. That's impossible. Who would try to pin such a crime on me? The elf? It seems unlike Celine.
Briala was there. All her people died. He threatened the council.
Want to tell me why you were threatening the members of the Council of Heralds?
The language of politics, Inquisitor. If you cannot bribe politicians, you threaten them into backing down. Most of the council are Celine's lapdogs. There was little chance I could win their support any other way.
But it's interesting though. That's interesting information. Okay.
Are all the Delonces here? Inquisitor, I hope so.
Interesting.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
My theory, I don't even have the slightest.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
What the fuck is this? I think I should have seen him already. You know what I'm saying? I think I should have seen him today, obviously. Just gonna look over there if I try to.
Well, that's useful.
Let me see if it's... Did I get it to this room? What even do I gotta keep this room? Marvelous. If I do say so myself. No, guys, we're returning. What is fine returning? Over here? What is this one?
Your investments seem to be paying off.
Actually,
We're
no,
encouraged.
didn't I miss this? Go down here. Whoop. Ooh, that's a lot of health. I think I found it. Honestly, a bit of a too close. So I got there.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You just stare at the line.
Well, that's useful.
Good. Finally, there's something looking a little bit. I think I've already spoken to you. Anything else? More. Interesting. That's a lot more. Okay. There's one here. I'm looking for Barrett. I haven't found him.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's...
Interesting.
Barrett?
Waste of...
You just a sauerkraut. I'll come back to the circle later.
Do Gaspard wants another bottle of bread? We'd better have 2 or 3 at the least.
Lady Nightingale.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Does anyone have a report on the casualties of the days?
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
Actually, wait, interested. Where the fuck is he? So, Dorian. Yeah, all of them are in the ball. Cassandra.
Could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Interesting.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I am starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of those.
Don't we all?
Pull up the good after
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not?
Correct.
We heard stories of your accomplishments.
The stories I could tell.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
Wait.
I'm curious. What did you hear about the fight with the Archdemon?
Me too.
They say the army of the Inquisition fought a desperate stand at Haven against the forces of an old god. As the battle raged, you faced down evil incarnate. Spell against spell. Its forces had you trapped. And you cast down a mountain upon the Archdemon and escaped.
Even if 1/10 of that is true, it's a remarkable feat.
Well, that actually all happened.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
True.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right.
Allegiance.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Court approval, 0.
Let's go.
Because I'm at 100%. I'm at 100%.